If you guys want to hear us, maybe.
Okay, let's start that over. At least we noticed.
Thank God.
Could you imagine doing this whole thing? Whew, okay, we're going to reset. We actually just recorded about a minute of content before we realized that our microphones were off. So Brittany's going to take a drink. Cheers to that. If that's our only mishap today, then I'm totally cool with it.
I think it will be.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Astrocandy. I'm Raven, and this is Brittany.
Hello.
We are talking about high vibe habits for surefire success today. It's going to be a good show. I think we're all kind of feeling like groggy down.
For sure. I mean, that much time at home and around your small core group of, family members or just like by yourself.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
I know.
So we need to boost
raise
ourselves.
the vibes, boost your productivity, all those things. But first, please rate, review, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play. Anywhere you get your podcasts, you will find us. So thank you for listening on any platform that you are. We love that. And we like to start the show with a vibe check. It's just like a check-in. How did your week go? Anything new, anything different, anything we can take away? Brittany.
Ooh, on
how's
the
your
spot.
Vibe? I know.
The vibe is good. The vibe is high. I feel like, I've been working on like holiday stuff with my TV show. So I was like a few weeks ago, the vibe was low because I was just like, when you're slogging away on a project.
Yes. And
I had a breakthrough this week. We've got some things in place now.
That's good.
I feel a weight lifted off.
I love that.
So the vibe is high. I'm ready to like cheers and just kind of.
This is good because I'm in the same boat actually.
You are? Do tell.
The amount of creative bursts that I've had in the last week have just been, I would say concerning, but I'm excited about it. You know what I mean?
Why concerning?
Well, concerning because it's like, what is going on with my brain? It's just wired. Like when
She's firing on all cylinders.
Idea after idea after idea. And I'm like, oh my God, I have so much to do. And how do I get it all done? I guess it's good that we're both in this like high vibe, ready to accomplish things, state of mind, because we can help you get there. But first, we are going to do a spirit guide. Yes. I love this part of the show. It's my favorite.
Okay.
It's when we consult a tarot deck, which is really just an intuitive tool and an energetic reading of the circumstances. So I'm going to read something, and then Brittany is going to pull a card, which signifies advice moving forward. We'll also give our 2 cents too, because, why else will we be here?
We have to weigh in. Yeah, come on.
Okay. My boyfriend is, I'm going to put this up because, which if you're watching on YouTube, you can see I have my little thing in my lap, but I noticed it gives me a double chin when I do that when I watch back. So I'm going to awkwardly hold it like this.
Great observation.
And if you're listening, you can always watch on YouTube.
Yeah, check it out.
And on the go, of course, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. My boyfriend is working 16-hour days lately, and I never see him. Last night, for the first time in 2 weeks, we had 2 hours to spend together. It started off great until he took a work call. Then it ended in a massive argument. My love language is quality time. Ooh, I feel that. So I'm hurt that he tried to squeeze in work during our one-on-one time. He doesn't see the issue, though. How can I get him to see my POV? This is good. So many people, couples, have issues with their love languages and understanding them and knowing them and I guess, like, being in tune with their significant other and what they need, because a lot of the time we give love the way we want to receive it, but it might not be the way someone else wants to receive love. And we could do a whole series on this.
I was just going to say, do I feel an Astrocandy episode coming on?
I think so.
That's a good one.
Love languages are it's such a hot topic right now.
It is. It is a hot topic.
And it's not even just in like dating relationships. It can be in friendships, in, parent relationships.
Right, yeah.
Stuff like that too. But anyway, we feel for you.
We do.
And what's Spirit's advice?
Well, I love our Spirit guide was not messing around today, you guys. Well, never is. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords energy. And
powerful card.
Yes, and this is about speaking your truth and communicating from a place of logic and honesty. So, there's no cups here, you guys. There's no, this is not an emotional situation anymore.
I was just about to say.
Spirit's saying that you need to really take the lead and be honest and not be afraid to speak your truth 100%. Like, you don't need to sugarcoat.
I think it's it's very significant that this is not an emotional card because I feel like, and again, I don't know this person who wrote in and she asked to remain anonymous, but my intuition is telling me that they come from a very emotional place quite a bit.
Right. And you can't help that when you're in it, right? Like when you're there, you're reactive.
And so I'm thinking like her instinct is probably to just go really emotional with it and delve into love languages and like, I don't know. And that's fine. But I love the advice with the Queen of Swords. Like, nope, just clearly, logically communicate. And that's the best way to speak to men, by the way. They're such 100%. Logical creatures. I could not actually pick a more perfect card. Me either. Yeah. So I feel like Spirit is
Spirit's speaking. Spirit's speaking today.
Do you ever have hang-ups, though, with, like, you know, love languages in your relationship? And does your fiance, you know, meet the, like, have you had fights?
Luckily, he is the first person who has the same love language that I do. And I don't.
That's great.
I don't know if it falls into a category. Like, I call it just being, like, schmoopy.
What?
I know. It's just a made-up word, guys. And this is sad. This is
so.
a little sick. Okay, but it's like being emotional, like kind of just being sweet all the time, like someone who compliments you. Like, he's very like that. We are very mushy when we're by ourselves.
Okay.
And that's what makes me feel loved. And that's what I like. And we do that.
So it's words of affirmation?
Yes. Thank you, Raven. Okay. It's words of affirmation.
Schmoopy or words of affirmation for
translating
the same
for the rest of us. Yeah, exactly. I understand it's not healthy, but it is for us. So yes, words of affirmation, and then quality time is big. So I can relate to our Astro-fam member because like nothing is worse than when you feel like you're not really connecting with someone. At least for me.
Yeah.
What about you? What are your top love languages?
My top love language is quality time.
Okay, so you you totally connect then.
Oh yeah, I totally get it, and I think that it's great too because my boyfriend is also quality time. So when we're together, actually, it's kind of annoying when we're together. I disappear. Like people, if you're texting me, won't get back to you until I feel like we are done spending that QT together.
Yeah, oh my God, that's so cute though.
Yeah, quality time for sure. And then the next one, like right under that, they're like my top two, acts of service. Ooh, when people just like go out of their way to help me with something or take care of a task, which is again, something my boyfriend did. I don't even think he realized it, but he helped me out with this task I had been putting off forever.
Will you tell us?
It was literally just returning a box of clothes I had to mail it back to ASOS is where I purchased these clothes.
Yes,
and
I just like dread that when you're like,
I know,
oh, you gotta make a return.
And he was like, okay, give me the shipping label. I'll take these on my way out. And I was just like, wow,
that's so sweet.
Yeah. We should do an episode.
We have to do one because it's a big deal and it does make you feel loved. It hits
really
you in the heart and it strengthens your relationship. Yeah. The more you participate in those things, right?
Yes. So let us know if you want us to do like individually the love languages and tackle on them because they're very involved. Or if you just want one episode, very clear cut at Astrocandy Podcast @gmail.com. And you can DM us too at Astrocandy Podcast.
She's good.
Today we're talking about high vibes for surefire success. And I think when you have a vision, how you want your life to be and all these goals, it can get overwhelming and scary. Like, how do I accomplish them? How do I, boost my productivity? How do I just make sure like I'm on it? And especially in a time like now, it is so hard to be on it.
You can get off of it. Like, you can just be falling down, like, face planning. And I think that happened that happened to me for the first couple months. I don't know. Did you have that experience where you're just like, I am
laying
confused?
On the couch. I was like watching TV, not giving any cares in the world. And now at this stage in the pandemic, I feel like it's sparked my creativity, which is what we discussed earlier. And it has just almost boosted my productivity because I've been able to manage my time better and really accomplish those things, those creative outlets and processes and goals that I've wanted to. Yep. And I don't know, it's been good. So let's talk about how we tackle our days and how you can too. So the first one, and I think that this is probably yours too.
Okay.
And yours watching or listening, because once I say it, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Win the morning, win the day. How many times?
Yes, so true.
How many times do you have a rocky start to your morning and it's like, oh man, this day is going downhill quick, and it does. And like you just, the morning sets the tone for the day.
Totally. And I feel like even if it's not like necessarily something that happens, at least for me, like there are those days when I'm just like off because maybe something happened, but it's my emotional state. It's my energy state, right? It's my vibe. It's like a low vibe. And when I'm in a low vibe, like something can knock me off and it'll just kill my whole day. When I'm in a good vibe, or like if I listen to a podcast that's inspiring, or I'll like, I'm a dork, I'll like YouTube, like Oprah, like inspiring speeches. And like, if I'm in a bad mood, like I will listen to it and I'll feel different. So that's how I know. I'm like, it's not the thing that happened. It's my energy state.
Yeah.
So I feel like cleaning your energy up in the morning every day, starting with a good clean slate and feeling happy or getting yourself there is everything.
So what I don't want to say I do this every morning. I try to, though. I wake up, make my bed, which is a struggle, but you should really do it. Like they say something, and like you can Google it, but something about like successful people like always make their bed in the morning.
Yes.
Anyway, you make your bed, and then I always get dressed, wash my face, brush my teeth, go downstairs, have a morning cup of coffee, journal, meditate, just have some me time before I'm out the door. And it really, those mornings are the mornings where I am like, okay, I'm ready to win the day, truly.
Yeah. Like the vibe is high. I'm feeling good. I can take on the world.
But the days where you just sort of like roll out of bed and you forget to brush your teeth and you put on last night's sweatpants and then you like hurriedly get out the door because you're late for work. That's a different situation. And
I feel like we all have like that, you know, best version of ourselves. And then we have like that just janky version of ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I have those days.
So true.
I'm sure you guys have
those
days too.
That's actually, wow.
And on the janky days, that's usually when I'm like, all right, I need to listen to something positive. Like I need like a good song, a good playlist, an Oprah, like inspo, YouTube video, something. And I can switch from the janky me to like the high vibe me. But then there are those days when you're just like, I'm just going to lean in and just like let myself rest.
Yes.
Because I feel like it's just individual. It's like where you're at in your life. Like it's just you have to be in tune with yourself.
Yes.
And I think that is like the foundation of your schedule, of everything else, because there will be those days when you're productive and you know,
days where you lay on the couch because you're hungover, which is what happened to me. Polar opposite days last weekend. I drank too much and then I woke up, just wasted the day. Like when I say I was in and out of sleep until 3 p.m. and then once I realized the sun goes down by like 4 now. Yeah, the sun goes down so quick. So I was like, you know what? This is going to be a day where I just watch movies. I watched Disney Plus movies, Clouds, and The Last Song. They are the saddest movies. Just cry. Like,
really?
It was a low vibe day, y'all.
God.
The next
did you
day,
feel
though,
like
it
was
all
cathartic?
out.
Yeah.
Cut it all out. And then the next day, I was like up at 7, you know, making my coffee, journaling, going to brunch, like just the day, just productivity inspired. It was great. But
do you think that it was sort of like because of like the emo day you had before, you got all your feelings out and then you felt like balanced?
Yeah. And you have to.
You have to, yeah.
You can't always be productive. So once you realize that and allow yourself to have those low vibe days, then you can have these ones where you win the morning and you win the day.
Totally, yeah.
The next thing I like to do, and let me know if you do this. I think you do. I'm pretty sure you do because I see your calendar every time I'm in the studio.
Oh, you do?
I schedule my day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to write a to-do list, a very general, like I'd like to accomplish these things. And I found that I didn't get any of those things done because it was just too broad. And I didn't take the time to sit down and say, on this day, I'm doing this at this time. And now that I literally schedule out, and this is thanks to my friend Alyssa who told me to start doing this.
Shout out to Alyssa.
I schedule
we
my days.
We shout her out all the time. We need to have her as a guest.
I know, honestly.
She needs to come on as a guest. Okay. Manifesting it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure she would. I have started scheduling my days, and it's just been seamless. I accomplish so much more because of this.
Okay.
Great time management skill too. Do you do this, schedule days, or do you just do to-dos?
Again, am I janky Brittany, or am I like,
you know, high vibe?
Okay, if I'm high vibe Brittany, it's scheduled, it's in there, I'm ready, I'm energized. And I feel like more energized when I know what I have to do. Mm-hmm. Because when I don't know what I have to do, I feel like I'm all over the place. And then even just being all over the place makes you feel sluggish and like distracted and all of that. So yes, I think putting it in the schedule, even if you don't necessarily get to it that day, you can move it. It just gives you this sense of like security, sense of agency over your life. And I just think it's a really good practice. And reviewing it right when you wake up before you get going on your day is everything.
It really just keeps you on task, because what I found is I'd have lulls in my day. And when I could have been accomplishing something, I just sort of like sat and scrolled through Instagram.
Yep.
But the schedule keeps you on schedule. So schedule your days, people. The next thing you can do, maybe this is if you own a business or you're your own boss. I can't really do this. I wish I could. Delegate my work and delegate tasks. So any little, I don't want to say little, and I don't want to say minuscule, because there are tasks that definitely need done, but anything sort of distracting from your bigger picture, the things that you desperately need to focus on, you need to delegate that stuff.
That's a good
to
one.
other people who can just take care of it for you, and then you can focus on what really ignites you and what you need to be working on to make your business bigger and better. Do you do this? Because
I love that.
Brittany's a Beezen TV boss babe, and she has her own company and her own TV show. And so do you delegate tasks, or are you a do-it-myself, do-it-all person?
I used to be the do-it-all person, and that was partly budget, to be fair.
It happens.
Like, it was a budget. But when I started to be able to, you know, a couple years in, maybe 3 years in, and like the show was kind of going, I could delegate a lot of editing, a lot of photo stuff. Like, it just changed everything, because then I could do what I feel like I'm good at, what I'm confident in. And I just felt like my days were so much more productive, and I wasn't spending time like, you know, when you're not good at something, like, it's hard to do. Like, it takes you twice as long. You're exhausted by it. Your energy comes down after you do that task. So yeah, it was a life changer. But then there are those times when you're like, you have to buckle down and just do it. So, you know, but you said it best. Like, it's everything when you can delegate.
I know, right?
I mean, I think we should keep it in mind. It's a manifestation goal if you're not able to do it yet.
I know. I work for a corporate job, so like I can't delegate my tasks to anybody. If I did, I'd probably be fired. They'd be like, "Excuse me,
Raven
what are you
has
doing?"
like a secret assistant like that no one knows about.
Could you imagine? Well,
my outsourcing, but
my work is voice work, so I literally cannot outsource my job. Like, it has to be me doing my job.
Or could she? Sketchy.
Yeah, I'm. Send me your demo if you sound like me.
Try to match her range. We'll see.
Yeah. The next thing on our list of high vibe habits for success is getting rid of distractions. I hate to break it to you, but it's the Netflix. It's the cell phone. It's Instagram. It's all your social media apps. They are preventing you from not even just like productivity, but think about this. You're on your phone before you go to bed, and you put it down, your brain is wired. Something about the colors on the screen.
The light, the blue light.
Yes. It's revving you up when you're trying to wind down. So you need to put those things aside to not just, you know, get better sleep, but to get those tasks done, the ones that you've probably been putting off.
Oh, yeah. The ones that just keep moving to the next day.
Yeah.
We all have those, yeah.
I find that I accomplish a lot more when I put my phone down or put it in my back pocket, and just like I'm cleaning and I don't check it until I'm done with the kitchen. And then I look at it and I'm like, okay, no one texted me, of course. And then I put it in my back pocket and then do the living room and I check it. Oh, no one. I'm just kidding. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's better than.
You're way more love than this.
It's better than
Aquarius vibes,
being on it. And next thing you know, what I found too is you're on your phone and you're like, all right, 10 minutes, I'll start.
It's never just 10 minutes.
Insert task here. And next thing you know, it's an hour later and you're like, crap, I'm so behind. So just put it away.
So I actually read some like productivity books about a year ago because I got on this like kick. And I haven't been so great about it this year because of, whatever.
It's COVID.
We know why. Exactly.
Like, everyone's at home. There's nothing to do but be on your phone.
Yeah, the time seems endless these days. But I do think, like, I'm a huge proponent of, like, putting your phone on Do Not Disturb mode when you're doing something that you really need to do, something that you just can't be distracted because you think that it's not that big of a deal when you get a text and you just read it. But it is. It gets your brain onto a different task. You get, like, so I'm huge about that. And then I took alerts off my computer because I'm over it. Like, I would get like these alerts every time I get like an email. I was like, this is something that can make you like go insane.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, even a little bit of like, even that little like bleep, it's just like, I don't need that unnecessary. It's like, even that's taking a second away from what you're doing is just like, it's a productivity killer.
Totally. And I feel like the world that we live in now is all about, like, this is going to get a little existential, but it's like advertising, and we're always just inundated with like things from other people, energy from the outside world.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I turn off all my alerts and I, set my schedule for the day and there's just like quiet silence around me, I feel in control of my day instead of at the mercy of like everything coming at me.
Well, and also it's just, right now with the way things are, these apps and technology, it's a competition for your attention. Like, they have to do everything that they can to get you on these apps, get you paying attention. I don't know.
And it's annoying.
It's annoying. So yeah, I actually turn off every notification on any app that I have. It's off.
Yes.
So I can't see them unless I'm physically on the app. I've limited my screen time on social media apps. So Instagram and Twitter, I have a 30-minute limit a day.
Love it. Catch her in that 30 minutes, guys.
Exactly. Well, I try to do like 5 minutes here and there, so I am on it.
Oh, okay.
Not just like a full 30 minutes and then none. I don't think I can do that.
I assumed, I like this. Like,
I know I can go to sleep knowing that at the end of the day, I've only spent a total of 30 minutes on Instagram.
That's impressive. And I am terrified to know how much I spend on that.
Okay, wait. Before we hail me, the amount of times I also say ignore limit for 15 minutes is...
So there's a janky Raven and a high vibe Raven.
There's a janky Raven for sure. The last thing, and probably the most important thing, is to protect yourself from burnout.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And this is, look, if you are struggling to get out of bed, if you have no energy, if you are just depleted and physically ill, you did not protect, you didn't detect this early enough. Does that make sense? Like, you are burned out. That is burnout.
Yes,
what we want to do is stop you from getting there.
Yeah.
And by doing that, that's taking small breaks. It's taking vacations. It's taking the weekend off. It's doing those little things that are going to revitalize you and make you feel like, hey, I'm treating myself, whatever it is, getting your nails done, hair done. Setting aside that time for you and the things that you enjoy and the things that you love is going to prevent the burnout. Otherwise, you are going to have a lot of low vibe days if you let yourself get burned out.
Totally. And even the scheduling itself, right? It's like I feel like you have to have like your ideal, best self thing. Like, you have to have it in your mind. You have to know, I want to wake up at this time. I want to like get up early. I want to do this and that. And I think if you do that like 80-20 rule, kind of like how you're supposed to eat or whatever, according to experts, like for optimal health, same thing with mental health. It's like you want to 80% of the time, I feel like, be on your game and like push yourself to be your best. But you have to give yourself that 20% of the time to just like, for me, it's like blueberry muffins, Hallmark movies. It's doing nothing. It's laying around. It's just like, being on my phone for like 5 hours. It's just like letting it all go. And if I do that enough, I feel like I'm good and I can stay on the other stuff. But it's when I don't and I just keep pushing.
Yeah. Agreed.
And it really does. Like, burnout is so real. It is so real.
Yeah, my day, it's very split. So what will happen is I'll wake up around like 7:45 and then I'll go until 2. And I know if I don't take an hour rest, then my day is just going to go downhill. So I need an hour to recoup, and then I can get a second wind to do chores, housework, piddle around the garage, like go to dinner or something. But if I don't take that 1 hour break, oh my God.
Yeah,
it just like seals the deal. I'm just like, oh, nope, can't do anything after this. It's so bad.
So you know your energy.
I know
like,
my
that's
energy.
your limit.
Yeah, that's my limit.
So you have to kind of get to know your energy.
Yeah.
The last thing, like we didn't say yet, but I know we both do this, working out. And it's not even about like a looks thing or a fitness thing. It's an energy thing. Like I feel like you have to physically exert yourself, whether you're at home working out, you go somewhere, whatever it is for you, that takes away my anxiety. It like gets me into a good mood. So I feel like if you're feeling weird, you can't get out of bed, whatever, try to do something physical because it can change your state.
And let's encompass that with just like keeping up your health.
Yeah,
is so important. So the working out, eating right, taking your vitamins, that's all good too. All right, we are running low on time, so thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Brittany doesn't know this. I'm gonna do a tease for the next show. I didn't even consult her about this, but I think she's gonna be on board.
I'm so supportive of this.
Next week, we are talking about why it's important to detach your identity from, insert something here, a job,
Everything.
a relationship, a friendship, yes. Why you need to
Everything.
to stop attaching yourself to whatever that outside source is, and how to do that. So we're going to talk about that. Again, thank you so much for listening. Please rate, review, subscribe. Wherever you are, we are everywhere. YouTube. Oh my God.
Just look and you'll find us,
just
you guys.
like search Astrocandy.
Yeah,
Google
we're there.
Astrocandy podcast and something will come up. And it's one word instead of two.
Yeah, one word, guys. You got it.
Oh, I'm like, my energy's low. I think
She probably needs some blueberry muffins, some no, you like the Disney movie, Disney Plus?
yeah, like
She needs
when
some
I wanna
Disney
cry.
Plus. Oh, no, maybe not that. Or whatever it is. Maybe you
Sometimes
do want to cry.
I think I might want to cry later. But
Well, then
we'll
good.
see. I don't know.
Let's cry it out.
I'll just let you feel it out later.
Yeah.
All right. On that note.
All right.
Later. See you next week.
We'll see you guys next week.